I've been away for about 5 seconds. One, I'm going to show you that in a moment. Two, what have you done?
It's vinyl, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You've wrapped it to look dirty.
I got carried away and I found a very, very nice green lane and I just changed the colour. I said we'd make this brown, not pink, and I did a pretty good job.
And of course, you took a camera with you, right? You've got video of all of this.
Yeah. I have photos, does that count?
We'll have to do it again. In other news, look, I got my dream car.
Oh my God, congrats.
I got a yellow F50. It's just very small. Topic change, GT500. Firstly, today is quite exciting because the Ford GT is finally coming back here. Yes. I say back here because it's at GT101. Obviously, we took the pink van with the trailer behind it to go pick it up from My Car Import when it got back from America, but then it went for service and then it needed some parts, and Dave's going to tell us all about that today.
It hasn't touched the Shmuseum again yet since coming back from the US.
It actually hasn't touched the Shmuseum since it left for the US literally like 2 weeks less than a year ago.
Wow.
That's been crazy. Anyway, coincidentally, first up, I've got the GT500 key, which has a GT101 keyring on it.
Yep.
Which is not because we're taking the GT500 to GT101, we're taking the GT500 to Godleman's because it needs an MOT. It needs an MOT which expired about 2 months ago and it hasn't been driven since because you can't drive without an MOT unless you're going to a pre-booked MOT. So we have a pre-booked MOT.
It's so complicated, isn't it?
So
like, it's just not easy.
By way of background, the Ford GT was last driven on the 18th of December, so about 3 months ago. That needs a run. The GT500 was last driven on the, I want to say 11th of November.
Shall I fact check you?
You can fact check me all you want, 11th of November. And the Focus RS, we're going to take later to go get the Ford GT because that was last driven on the 3rd of December.
Hold on.
Come on, get the doc. Am I going to be right? Do I need to date check?
Okay, wait, which one?
He's taking his time. Which car are you looking at first?
Where are we? GT500. Last driven, what did you say?
11th of November.
Correct.
Focus RS.
What did you say?
3rd of December.
I don't know if this is right. This says 1st of October.
Yeah, that's not right. What?
It's the right car. And then what was the other one? Ford GT. Where's that?
The line above. How does it say?
31st of August.
No, that hasn't updated.
Maybe it's not updated on my phone.
So this has all gone wrong because basically
Tim got it wrong. Does this do the thing? Or has it not been started in so long?
No, it won't do the thing.
Oh.
It did the thing.
Nice.
Which was completely pointless.
Yeah, because as soon as you pull the bonnet release, it stops it anyway.
Does it?
Yeah, watch.
Interesting. I didn't actually realise that. So when you pull the bonnet catch, it kills the engine. First time I've ever heard it do that.
But that's obviously only because you've done the,
key start.
Key start, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Learned something new. Well, yeah, first run.
Look at that.
Is going to be to take this to Godleman's.
Do you know what's nice? The weather is a bit better now.
Yes.
It's still right now it's probably 7 degrees, 8 degrees, maybe 9.
It's okay. Oh, I just locked it with
a bit better for cup
I did the keyless with my bottom on the door handle. It happens. Doof. Do you want to get it out?
Yeah.
You get that out.
Yeah. It's a very Ford themed day. Do we need to explain?
Do we need to explain? What do we need to explain?
There's more Fords involved today, or did you say that already?
No, we're going to take the Focus RS later.
I don't know if you said that, I didn't.
That's kind of the point. So Brad has never actually driven the Focus RS, so that's going to come up later. Is that the last of the cars that you're insured on to drive? You've driven the Abarth, driven the Clio?
Drove the 1M when you had that, driven the M2.
Yeah, so the Focus RS is the last one. Anyway, right, get this started.
No, Joe, I don't know if I have done the Abarth yet.
You don't want to drive it right now. Update coming soon, I promise.
It says something.
I actually can't hear you.
It says something. Service tyre mobility kit. I don't know what that means.
It means the spare kit in the boot
you're meant to
has expired because you're meant to refresh that every 4 or 5 years.
That's quite clever.
I don't think we're going to.
I can't hear you at all. How'd you make it quieter?
Get it out. Go.
Okay.
Right. To Godleman's. What have you worked out?
I messed up. So
what, with the document?
Yes.
So you hadn't opened it.
No. So Ford GT, last driven, 18th of December.
Yes, good.
Focus RS, 3rd of December.
That's what I said, yeah.
And
GT500, 11th of November.
wherever that is, I'm just going to take, yes. I might have been on our tyre document, and that could have been the last time that some of these tyres were checked.
You were looking at...
Yeah, wrong document.
You weren't on the right sheet.
No. So
well done, Brad.
we almost got it right, because it happens that the last time that the GT500 was driven was when the tyres were checked. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
This is one of those drives where I'm doing more miles than I need to, because I just want to get the thing moving.
Yeah, it just needs to like be refreshed, warm back up properly, you know?
Yes, get it to temperature. It's also funny because obviously recently I was in the US. Yes, I'm playing with the settings, and having gone from the US driving the Dark Horse again, I always find it fascinating to jump back into this, the previous generation Mustang.
Oh yeah, I always forget that this is, because it doesn't feel it, but this is the previous gen.
This is the older one, right? It's like comparing the SLS to the AMG GT. The GT is the newer SLS, right? Or any generation of car. So obviously this being the earlier model, the older model.
It's early, isn't it?
It is early. It's not that early. It's 10:45. God, it sounds so good. It's such a different car, though.
That's wrong.
Yeah, true. It's 9:45.
It's 9:45.
It's not 10:45.
It is early.
That's on summertime.
Yep.
Oh, the sound.
Oh, you cannot beat that.
No.
Is that in noisy mode as well?
It's track exhausts.
Yes.
Fortunately, we're not really able to go 60 in the 60 here. But it's just a little bit leery.
A little bit.
A lot leery.
It's what, like 800 horsepower?
760.
760.
But it's the fact that it's on Cup 2s. You can tell from how kind of grey the road is, how white the road is, that it's still a little bit cold out.
Yeah.
And then there's no weight in the back, because obviously there's no seats back there.
Yeah. Rear wheel drive.
Yeah. I have so many fun memories of driving this across the US. What's interesting actually is that this car's on 14,165 miles, but this has actually done fewer miles now than the Dark Horse. Dark Horse,
Oh, really?
in significantly less time. Dark Horse is a year and a half old. This is 4. This has done less miles, which is kind of weird.
Okay.
Just the way it has worked out, because the Dark Horse has been my sole US car for a while. Actually, it hasn't really, because the Ford GT's been there.
I like this stuff.
Like having a chassis black.
Chassis black, but like on your dashboard.
Yeah.
So your passenger can look at it and go, oh, I'm in L3622.
Not a limited edition per se, but this was one of those, I don't know, the fun of the car, because it was so spontaneous at the time. When I bought it, it was like in the US for 3 months because of the lockdowns around the world and not being able to travel. It was like, well, if I'm staying here, I'm going to buy the GT500 that I really wanted to buy, and then kept it there for 2 years, and things just worked that way. I'd quite like to send it back to the US. I think it'd be quite fun to go on a road trip again with
that'd
it.
be fun. And then on its UK plate this time.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be quite
container
fun.
it over and go do a tour with it.
I mean, if you buy anything else, well, if you take anything else out to the US that's a bit silly with no luggage space, this would make sense.
I would also quite like to take the Clio V6.
Oh, that would be
hilarious.
incredible.
Except if you needed parts, there might be a little bit of a problem.
We'll bring Scott just with a suitcase full of coil packs.
Scott, do you want a trip to America?
Or we'll just have him on speed dial at least.
Yeah, something like that. I definitely wanted to... The guy in front had his left indicator on, now he's got his right indicator on. Do you know where you're going, sir? Maybe not.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a
Perfect for a carbon wheel.
Yeah, that's a broken wheel right there. Advantage of getting the car up to temps is with cats and all of that stuff, they work better when they're warm, so you don't want to just take a cold car for an MOT, you want to go and get it to temperature.
But also,
first.
it's like a couple of months back, it's a shakedown, right? This is to check that the car is all good. This is what this is all about, to make sure there are no issues that we know about. And given we're going to see Dave at GT101, if there was stuff that we think's a bit funny, we could be like, hey,
Dave, we need to bring this car to see you, because this is literally the traffic. Is like, it's one car from one direction, then it's one from the other direction, and then it's one from that direction again.
Where are we going?
We're going to do a U-turn. I could do the Mustang style U-turn, but I'm not going to. You know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah, you find the traction button. To be fair, you probably don't even need the traction button on the Mustang.
You just
does it.
Good times, GT500 style. It also has what I spoke about recently with the 296, that layer of dust over the window.
Yeah.
You see that? The like haziness.
It needs a wash. Whoa, that was a bit.
DPD man, easy on.
Do DPD drivers ever drive slow?
No. No, when we have a DPD guy at the farm, no adhering to the like 5 miles an hour. It's off they go.
Yeah.
Yes. Should we go get to Godleman's?
Let's do it. Let's go get this MOT'd and hope it passes with flying colours. We've just been discussing, there's a dog in the car in front. I don't know if we
Just
can
gone
see
back
it.
inside.
Oh,
It had its head poking out the window. It's now running all over the back
it's got
seat.
its tail wagging. That's a very happy dog in the back of that car. But we were discussing, how does a dog realise that sticking its head out of a moving car window is like the best thing in the world?
Do they just accidentally try it one time when they're on some kamikaze mission to jump out, and then like,
It's like, oh my god, this is amazing.
and then from then on, that dog is like, every time the window is down, its head is out.
That dog's tail is going, it looks like a rear wiper.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
You zoomed in enough.
I think so.
In the sunlight, it genuinely looks like the way it's going.
Okay, yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there is a science, like a dog's programmed to just know that
The next dog we see, we'll ask it.
if they're in a car, they must stick their head out the window.
It must just be the wind and the air. It must be adrenaline, excitement. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I mean, that is an excited dog. That tail has not stopped wagging.
Yeah. Maybe someone in the car said we're going to the park or something. Oh, they're coming for an MOT as well. Already, back out the window.
There we go. Look, exactly.
Look at it.
That dog is loving life. He's also loving the Mustang.
Oh yeah. It did just look back. Maybe that's why it's so happy.
Yeah, it hears angry V8 noises. Wait, bump.
Yeah, speed bumps.
This isn't too bad.
What's the worst that we've had over this? Was it the Clio V6 before we raised the suspension back up a little bit?
When it was lowered initially.
That was just...
Sorry for the residents here with my
Yep, sorry.
angry GT500 noises.
They should... Oh my god, that dog is going even more crazy. You can hear V8. Do you think John will hear us coming?
Probably not. Bye, doggo.
Oh, that's busy.
Yeah, we might wait here.
Yep, let's not have a head-on with the truck.
I love that general, like when you idle in to a standstill and you get that like burble. Little poppin'. 30 miles an hour has never been so much fun. Actually, GT500 versus GT8, they're both quite a lot of fun. I hope we've got the correct booking. I mean, we did make it for 10 o'clock and it is 3 minutes to 10.
Nailed it.
That is what we call good timing. Where should we go? That's a nice car.
That is a very
Let's take
bright
it.
Bentayga, yeah.
Should we be noisy?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can pull the paddles on this.
Yes. And just make noise. Right, let's go find John. Get this MOT'd.
Hi guys, how you doing?
How you doing?
Okay.
It's been a while. Well,
Oh, sorry.
no worries. You're good.
Bit sandy, yeah?
I know, mate, I know.
You building sandcastles or?
Yeah.
Let me give you the key. I've still got it in my hand.
Oh, cheers, Tim. Love dog.
You're like the video.
It's not my pretty face at the minute. I would take the house.
It's always your pretty face, mate. This is how it works.
Look, I've got like 4 layers on here.
If it makes you feel better, look, we can get you involved as well.
I've got one here. Man.
You're like, why is the camera pointing at
I
me?
was thinking like, no.
This is how this works now.
Don't make eye contact.
No, you're good.
How
You're
you guys
good.
been?
Yeah, all well, all well. This has been a little bit overdue a run, but because the MOT expired a couple of months ago, I couldn't take it out. So,
Tim's been busy.
Yeah, this is what a Mustang should look like.
yeah. On their empty goals. So how many of the collection have been right here before?
Quite a few.
Like most of them, probably 20 cars now.
Well, the old stuff, because obviously the new stuff doesn't need it.
I was
Some of
gonna
them
say,
get
yeah, but
done
some
at
of the
dealers, I guess.
Some of the cars we've sold have been here.
Yes, true.
So it probably is about 20 overall.
Well, I mean, even just Clio V6, a Bath, 1M.
This, Vantage Roadster,
Yep.
a bunch of I'm sure a bunch of the cars have been here for MOT. GT Black Series.
Yeah, true.
Okay, maybe not the McLarens. Has the 4GT been here? I think it has.
Yeah, I think it's
I
done
think we
one.
did do
I
the
think we've
4GT
done one
MOT
here.
here.
It kind of all just varies with what car,
Yeah.
where.
This
all that
is,
sort of
this is where
stuff.
John has to do all the stuff, and we've got the camera rolling, which no one appreciates. You have to put the VIN number in the MOT system, then you have to do all the searching, because obviously this car's a little bit funny because of being imported.
Yeah.
It was really weird when it needed the first one, because there's no kind of official log of that. It's also dated from the, do you remember this? It's the date of the car was the 1st of January.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gets dated not based on its actual first registration date, but the 1st of January of the year it's first registered.
Yeah.
So it needed its first MOT whenever it was.
Was it early or
like
late?
It was less than 3 years old because of just how it comes together.
Import stuff, complicated. Probe.
I hope it works.
Probed it, yeah, me too. Fingers crossed.
There's always a little worry with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Especially because imported. Are there any different rules for an import car? Not really.
They are. I mean, it's gone straight through, but necessarily, obviously, they're designed for a much lower octane fuel, aren't they?
Yeah.
What's the octane over there?
Well, in some places in the US, you just get US 91, which is like 95 here. It's the best you can get.
So yeah, that would obviously affect all of this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's sell-through. First time.
Coming to have a nosy underneath.
How's it looking?
It's warm, it's nice.
Oh, it is nice.
Tucking another under it.
Checking everything. I don't really know what I'm looking at other than the source of nice noises.
Yeah, the exhaust.
It sounds good.
And it all looks pretty good. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it all looks good.
It has a problem.
What?
A problem that a lot of these kinds of cars have. Stones everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's quite an easy fix, right? That's just
pull out some of the...
a couple of 8 mils.
Well, a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7.
8 mil, 10 mil, clip. Well, either you asked very nicely for John or Mark to
What's in here? Is
do it
this
for us.
What is this random
Is that
cooler?
like a, I don't know actually, is that like a diff cooler?
I think that is a diff cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the diff's got a pipe going to it.
Yeah, it must be to cool the diff down. Fancy.
All
I
that.
didn't realise like the tips kind of just go in but straight off and up.
Oh yeah,
In a
yeah.
way.
Straight up and over. They're massive. They're proper like. They're probably hot right now.
I like you've just got the screws in there still.
The American screws.
Should we give them the bad news?
She passed. Is that bad news?
No,
Look,
it's
it
good
only
news.
did 362 miles since the last one.
Wow.
Which is not enough, but anyway. I keep all of these, file all of these. It will go back home into my documents. I guess in a minute, I'll get this back outside in the sunshine, go home, get the Focus RS out, and go get the Ford GT.
This
I'm
is
excited.
exciting.
Do you know
Ford
what? I'm sure you're not that excited about driving the Focus RS, but I am really excited about getting the Ford GT back.
Do you know what? I am excited just to like give it a go because I haven't driven it. Nice. So yes, I might not be as excited as you are to drive the Ford GT, but it'll still be fun. That's what it's about, trying new things.
Shall I go and pay a bill? Someone's calling.
Maybe you can answer the phone while you're there too.
Yeah.
Nice. Lovely. All right, you guys spend some money.
What have you broken?
I've not broken anything.
Good.
And neither has Mark. No one's done anything wrong.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Have we found John?
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay. Bye, John.
Bye, John. Is that the quiet office?
I think so, yeah. Hiding a golf bar.
I don't really want to interrupt, but I guess we're ready to go.
Yeah. We'll just smile and wave.
Smile and wave. Bye, bye.
Thank you. See you later. What happens with this then?
There's got to be a way to code that out or something.
Well, if not, it's stuck there forever.
It's going to be very annoying every single time
Bye, John.
we get in the car that it says service tyre mobility kit.
Oh. Is that cross traffic alert or something?
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Good, are we clear? We are
I've
clear.
got no idea. Should we just, oh, look, this is like GTA, right? Or we're being filmed. That means you need to make some V8
Should we
noises.
put it in noisy mode?
Yes.
Where's my mode? Okay.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, should we do GTA and drive up the trailer?
Do you know what? The other day, I drove up to a junction in Florida, literally with a truck that was, I'm going to have to stop
This
here
is,
because he's not weighted.
Yeah.
That was literally one of those big American trucks, exactly like that, sitting in our lane. And I was looking at it thinking like some people would just be so tempted. It'd be one of those like self-restraint to not do it.
Yep. And you know, in the US, that's so good.
It's
When
silly.
it bounces off the cars and the buildings. You know, in the US, someone is stupid enough to probably go and do that.
Especially in Florida. Florida man jumps on back of...
Yep. Yeah, literally that. Oh wow, it sounds so good. Do you think it sounds better now it's had an MOT and it's passed?
Yes. I'm driving it completely legitimately.
Sorry to the dog walker.
Sorry, not sorry. If they didn't put all these speed bumps in, I would just keep it in second and we'd roll through. But because there are all these speed bumps.
Slow down, speed up, slow down,
Yes.
speed up. Oh, you got barked at.
Yeah.
Do you think people like this car more than dislike it? Like, you know, some people get upset when there's noisy cars. You're now clear if you're fast. Yeah, do you think people get like more upset by this car because it's a noisy American V8, or is it like?
I think it has quite.
Cool?
No, it has quite a few people that love it. Quite a few people love it because it's rare, and there's. I think Brits either love American muscle cars or hate American muscle cars, right?
Yeah.
There's this historic attitude of they must be awful cars, just not finished very well, just not great overall. But then there's also a massive group of people who really, really love a proper muscle car.
Yeah. And that is exactly what this is.
I mean, I'm in that segment, right? I wouldn't have two modern Mustangs if I wasn't. Just need a classic Mustang to go with them.
One day.
Hint, hint, when the 914's done, hint, hint.
Oh, maybe. New project.
That's the idea. Well, that's part of the idea. I have a few ideas. So yes, for me, these things are just cool.
Can we just appreciate as well? There's a Rolls Royce.
We can appreciate, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. But the weather, it's like,
Yeah, it's lovely.
what's it saying? 12 degrees? At the top,
12,
I think?
12, yeah.
12 degrees, sun is shining.
We shouldn't be so excited about 12 degrees.
I know, but like, windows down, I don't feel cold.
It's been a while in England.
Yeah. I could be very happy with this.
Oh, the snaps. National
GT.
speed limit, nobody in front of us.
Oh,
Yeah!
my goodness, it's so good.
America!
However, yeah, this or Ford GT.
Different cars.
I know.
I've still, to this date, never done my back-to-back track test. I really wanted to drive the two, one after the other. Something for the future. To literally see which I can lap faster on a racetrack.
Yeah, because I think you forget this thing is an absolute weapon on track.
Yeah, it's a monster.
It might be a heavy Mustang, but it will eat up a lot of things. Even when we took it around the ring a few years ago.
Oh yeah,
it was just
and I would love to
ridiculous.
take it back there actually.
Or maybe
I'd
we should
really
do that.
love to do that.
Maybe we should do a weekend at the ring one day, just road trip.
Ring weekend.
Jump in
Well,
and
we
go.
have a ring weekender coming.
That's
Not to say too much about that
so
right
that's
now.
the first time you've mentioned that.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Does it include this car though?
No, it doesn't currently include this car.
So that's fine. We'll do a weekend. We'll just take this and the Ford GT out there, or something. I don't know.
I see where you're going with that.
Ideas. Are we going to show this thing?
Well, I've never videoed this noise, right? So in this car, even when you're in gear, pull both paddles and it's neutral like a PDK. But what's interesting is if you do that, give it a little bit of revs and then lift off. I didn't go enough.
Nothing happens. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It is quite cool. I mean, you can just put it in neutral and rev it anyway.
You can, but I like that bang. It just feels cool. We'll park this over here because we've got to get the focus down.
Yeah. Where are you going?
I'm going to try not to drive into the roof that's behind me.
Well, that'll do. Perfect.
Yeah? Got enough space?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, there is just a roof in the back. That was the other thing. Obviously, it's AI, all of the mud on the Jeep, but the roof did come off one day.
Yeah. It just magically happened. I thought we were going to do it on video, but
We were, and it just happened.
it just happened.
Weather was nice.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll figure it out another time.
And also, we need more manpower than to be able to film it and take it off.
True, you need at least 2 people to lift it
Well,
off.
officially, it says 4 people.
Did you manage with 2?
We did it with 2.
Okay.
Not very easy.
Right, quick swap around then.
Focus key, focus down.
Yes, let me go
Let's
put the stuff
focus.
upstairs and then let's focus. Let's focus. Nice one, Brad. Nice pun. I see what you did there. It's good. We're going to focus on the afternoon. Well, I've got my bag and you've got a focus key.
Yeah, we have a problem.
We have a problem. Oh, no, it does that. It goes to sleep a bit.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, the alarm's just going to go off. So it's a security thing, isn't it? It goes to sleep. So unfortunately, you're just gonna have to start lowering it and let the alarm go off.
Okay.
You need to touch the door handle to open it.
I can't reach.
Funny that. You could get the ladder from over there.
So what? It's just going to go off?
Maybe? I don't know. All right.
Bonnet pull?
Yes, I've got a bag on my back. That's not helping. Let me put that down here. With my Shmoo the Cow Junior keychain, which you can get from the Shmoo 150 shop on eBay, of course, along with Shmoo the Cow. I can plug Shmoo the Cow.
You can, yeah. Which side's the pull? Is it
This side.
Okay, well, you do that.
Oh. Boom. Okay. Wait, I've done this completely wrong. I've got sunglasses on my head, so I can't use my head to hold the bonnet up, so I've got to use my shoulder. That's okay. That works.
Ready?
What, for the
Cold start.
cold start focus style? Go for it. Cool. Okay. C-Tech charger off there.
When are you going to peel this off? Because this, okay, I understand with this. The van we need to do still. We haven't done it yet. It needs to come off. Bang. Goodbye.
Cool. From 67 to 68 to go pick up 66.
Goodbye.
Puppy's joining. Somebody has to sit in the back.
Yeah, it's gonna be me because I'm gonna read, but I usually sit in the front, like in the driver's.
You're true, you've probably rarely ever been in the back of this car.
Am I driving?
Well, that's the plan.
Sweet.
That was literally the objective right now.
I'm just making sure. I need to get something though. Enough.
You need to get some stuff. You've got a minute. Go do what you got to do.
One.
The Focus RS emerges. That orange in the sunshine. Very nice, right. Let me look up. The funny thing here is that when that dashboard says 64 currently, this says you're going 70.
Yep. I don't think it knows what's going on.
Your phone cannot read through the forward windshield because the forward windscreen has this like heating thing in it. Yeah, look, 66, 60.
Yeah.
We're not really going 66. On my phone, it says 58 for 60. Anyway, you're driving the Focus.
Yep. It's,
You've been in it many times, obviously.
I've been in it many times as a passenger, but never obviously driven it. And to be honest, I think my opinion on it has instantly changed just by being behind the wheel.
It's the same with any car, it's just more fun when you're driving.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
quite twitchy and pointy and obviously quite firm because it's hot hatch.
I mean, like any little movement, I mean, I'm barely moving there, but you can feel that if you go a little bit more than that, it just wants to go. But
So
very nice thing.
The problem most taller people like yourself have is the seat position feels too high.
Yeah, I do feel quite tall. The other thing as well, I think the wheel is out as far as it can come, and for me, I would like it a little bit closer. But I've got long legs, so I can't go closer.
I think it's so funny with cars that it comes down to an individual person's like preference, and how tall you are and your body shape can dictate what you think of a car.
Yeah,
Because for
literally.
me, the height is just about perfect. It
That's
works
because you're short.
brilliantly. I'm average height.
Yes, as you keep telling me every time I tell you that. But no, literally, it is that, right? It's just how things work. I like all the pops and stuff. They're good fun.
Lots of noises. We're in sport. We're actually not very far away. We've had a cruise on the motorway.
How
On
do
our
you
way
do the
to.
pops? Just
That's how you
accelerate
do
a
pops.
bit.
You can go. What are you in? You're in fourth.
Fourth, yeah.
I think you can go down a gear.
Nice. Okay, we overtook this car earlier with its hazards on, like quite a long time ago, and we've also stopped, had food, and they're still driving at the same speed with the hazards on.
No obvious flat
Who
tire
knows?
or something. Just give it a little stab.
Nice. Fun, very nice.
Fun. It's actually really bright. Nearly a GT101.
Yes.
We've got the Shmukanic,
What? Oh,
the air freshener. Also at the Shmoo 150 eBay shop.
Costa.
A few plugs today.
Just a few.
Nothing wrong with the
Just a
plugs.
few.
Thank you
And
to
they'll-
everybody out there.
There'll be more, I'm sure.
Do you think they'll have the car outside?
I don't know.
Or are we going to go into the
What I
workshop?
was going to do. Pop.
Nah, you need lower gear, higher RPMs. So is it the workshop or is it outside? In the workshop. No, there's another GT there. Nice.
Oh, cool. I like that this has got the roof down. That's got a very fitting plate. FGT.
For GT.
Yeah. Where we're parking.
Wherever you want.
The Mustang's closed room.
Let's go next to the Mustang.
I didn't quite hear that. What's the
The
Mustang's plate?
Mustang's plate is room.
Room.
There is room.
I didn't see.
Am I parking well or badly?
You're parking however you want. What
No,
is
that's
that?
not. That's straight, isn't it? You say you're parking however you want, but I know it's not that simple because you will be judging me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what that'll do?
That's pretty straight.
Sorry, Dave.
No, you're good. You're good. Right. No, maybe I'll leave my bag in here for them. Ow.
Yes, let's leave the bag in here. It takes it out with him. Very smooth, Tim. Very smooth.
Don't do that.
Am I wrong to leave my chocolate in the centre console?
I don't think we're going to be too long, are we?
I don't know.
Vroom. Vroom.
You actually park on like the line or something.
What?
He's parked right across 2 spaces.
That's how you taught me this.
I definitely
You
did not
said,
teach you that.
Brad, if you're driving one of my cars, please park like this.
Thank you,
After
sir.
you.
How are you doing?
Ow.
Good, how are you?
The weather difference from when we bought the GT here until today.
Yeah.
Rainy, very cold.
And, yeah, it was dark and wet and horrible, and it's now sunny.
It's sunny and bright and lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect opportunity to take one red car out and purchase another one while we're here. Oh wow, that's
Do it.
400k. No, 400k. Huge money, huge money. Anyway, let's come through. She's looking lovely. I actually saw a picture yesterday of the car being detailed.
Yes,
being cleaned.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Boyd, who's not here today, he did his bit with it, so it's a lot cleaner than when it arrived.
Yeah, when we took it off the back of the trailer in the pouring rain, that was probably not my smartest idea ever, but we did it. We did it.
Yeah, it's that's what happens when it travels, so that's all fair enough.
So come on then, this is a bit of an unusual one. Nearly 70,000 miles in a GT.
Yeah, and the first the services are pretty much the same every year until you get to 6 years. At 6 years, there's a few extra things you do. So the normal service is oil and filter, maybe pollen filter, maybe air filter, depending on mileage. So this has had all of that service, but as it's 6 years, it's also had transmission fluid and clutch fluid, new tyres.
Yeah,
because
that was a
you
must.
used them, which is exactly what they're for.
It's funny, and you popped in the new centre caps.
New
as well.
centre caps,
Thank
which
you.
so they're all good.
Bit of an obvious one. I know that the older ones weren't necessarily totally like done, but
The rears we're getting, we're getting there. And
better to have it.
Like I say, the front ones, relatively speaking, are not expensive tyre because it's a relatively common size. It's the rears that are the.
But
the
it
bit
was actually
special.
funny. I think it was 1,500 quid, something in that kind of ballpark.
Yeah,
for set price. You think it's going to be a lot more than that?
Yeah, I mean, if you think that's lasted you 6 years,
Well, those weren't the first.
They weren't the first ones,
No,
but-
because we smoked up the first ones in California, and then the ones that you guys just had taken off.
yeah,
Were a random set of Porsche tyres. They
Right.
weren't even the 4 tyres. Anyway, they did the job. Okay, so we've had the full 6 service. We've had a couple of fluids changed.
Yeah.
Tyres. What else did we?
hydraulic hoses. So
Yes.
yeah, it seems to be a thing that we've seen a couple of where the hose itself starts to weep effectively. The hydraulic system on this runs at 93 bar.
Okay.
Which is around about 1,500 psi, which
All right.
is a lot of
Little
pressure.
bit of pressure. Yeah.
So those hoses, I mean, they're all Goodrich hoses, Ford made, Ford supplied, but Goodrich made. And you know, at the end of the day, that hydraulic system is doing everything. It's doing your suspension, it's doing your steering, it's doing your active aero. So it's doing a lot of functions and it's running the whole time.
So
it's not entirely
where's the
surprising.
hydraulic reservoir?
So the main hydraulic reservoir is in the front.
Okay.
So it runs back through the car, and then there's a manifold block that's mounted off the bulkhead, and then that runs to various different locations. There's different hoses running the different rams for the lift of the wing and the air brake mechanism, and those effectively
those
those
separate.
4 that we've changed. So two of them lift the wing, and the other 2 operate the air brake mechanism, and it's those 4 that have been changed.
Kind of makes sense. Do you know, I think myself and probably many other people have often feared with GTs that they might get excruciatingly expensive to run.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
actually been
no,
that bad.
We were saying it from a regular kind of use point of view. It hasn't got through another set of brakes yet, and you've used it on
No,
track.
that's true. I had some pads, but we're still on the
but
original discs.
they're all still good. And yeah, I mean the rest of the sort of routine maintenance is relatively, for a car of this value, I think relatively reasonable.
completely.
Yeah.
completely. I mean, obviously you've just done full service fluids, put the new set of tyres on it, checked over everything and the whole lot, and I'm not going to pretend it's nothing, but it's £5,000 or so. It could be
as a big service on a £500,000 car. That's probably that you know, if you compared that to other comparable vehicles, maybe McLarens or whatever, I'm sure that their services are pretty expensive too.
She's still looking pretty good. There are some small things I could do with doing, maybe a few new bits of PPF.
Yeah, some of the PPFs just where it's bent the most, it's kind of lifting a touch. But
it's funny.
It's only when you start looking closer you see it. From here, you don't really notice it.
And a few small niggles, the stone chips. Obviously, my plan now is the car's had in its first 2 years, it had a lot of outings, and it had 2 quieter years, which I think when it kind of started coming to see you guys here at GT101. Then we've had 2 really busy years. I think it's literally doubled the mileage in the last 2 years.
Yeah, we're just under 17,000 now.
Probably the next 2 will be a little bit calmer again. Go less crazy with it. But no, it's looking amazing. Thank you for looking after it. Thank you for your patience while I know
pleasure.
Parts had to come through basically when it comes to these kind of cars.
To be fair, that wasn't actually as long as I thought it might be, because some of those parts were in Europe, but some had to come from America. So everything coming from America always takes a little while, but it wasn't too bad.
How many of these are there in the UK? Do you know,
I
like
can't remember
30,
the exact
40?
numbers. Yeah, it's in the high 20s, low 30s, I think.
Yeah, so it's not exactly, when you consider how much mileage people do, it's not like there are spare parts for everything sitting around.
No, exactly. And most of the cars that we see for a service don't do very much mileage, so they don't need very many parts. So, you know, there isn't the demand, therefore the parts don't sit on the shelf. So.
Brilliant. Well, I can't wait to get back in it and go drive it in the sunshine.
Grab you some keys and get you on the road.
Exciting. Cold start time.
This is the best bit. I'll stand close.
Quicksilver.
Yeah.
LM style exhaust. Very nice. It's always so much louder than you think. What? Yeah. Love it. The colour scheme is so nice. Can't wait to drive this home.
It's actually really loud. Like, I can't hear myself and I can't hear you.
No. What did you say?
What?
It's like being in the 300 SLR in Florida.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't. All you've seen is a video trying to work out what I said.
Which bits are you actually talking in? Which bits aren't you talking in? It's a very, very pretty car, Tim.
Do you know how strange it is for me with the new centre caps that are slightly less golden?
Yeah.
They kind of fit the wheels better, but it's definitely slightly trippy because it's slightly like just not what I'm used to
should we
seeing.
explain what we're doing as well? This is thumbnail preparation.
Oh yeah, this is thumbnail prep.
The things that happen.
Perfect. That's literally all we need. You got to get one nice photo, right, of the car at GT101 by the workshop ramps.
Yep.
And back outside we go into the sunshine.
I want to see it in the sun.
Got to run after it. Do you know what? It feels like new car day.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I mean, it's been when was the last time you actually drove it in the US?
Mid-December, 18th, because we worked out early. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
GT and Heritage together. That's a throwback.
It obviously doesn't count driving it out of the container and putting it onto a trailer, does it?
No.
Oh yeah.
It's not the same as driving.
You know, we are so lucky that the weather's like this.
What a day.
A day to drive this home. This is what you want.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Do you think they've parked cars here before?
I think
that
so.
was very, very nicely done, and pretty much bang in the centre.
That was so efficient, quick, and bang in the centre that you've done that before. Right. I hear the Focus starting. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Nice. Do I need to adjust everything?
Maybe the mirrors?
It's obviously been moved by a fair few people since I last drove it. Why are you beeping at me?
Seatbelt.
I haven't moved anywhere yet. 16,944 miles. Maybe I can give you this. I think I'm going to pull the pedal box slightly towards me. It's funny, it's obviously, been shuffled around and been to different dealers and shippers and whatever since I last drove it.
I wonder how many people have been in the car since you actually last drove it.
I forgot we filled it up. We did fill it up.
Did we fill it up?
Well, it's down a quarter of a tank, so yeah, we did. We filled it up on the back of the trailer, remember?
Yes. Oh, I stayed.
So did I not fill it? I don't really remember. Maybe it's just had a lot of idling It's probably had a lot of idling, not even been reset. We'll fill it again later. For the moment, mirrors are all good. Pull the backrest up a touch. All right, let's make a move, and remember to drive on the left. Brad joining with the Focus.
All out.
Oh, I love this thing, it's so cool.
It's like a spaceship on the road. Filming bits.
What people don't know is that was your follow-on from me saying, get ready to film some bits.
So I'm filming bits.
Filming some bits. We had a swap around so that the Focus could go in front of us, because we don't currently have a navigation system set.
I've just turned mine on. Take the second exit at the roundabout.
We shall
And then
do that.
take the second exit at the next roundabout.
Got it.
We still need to do the...
Every single car has window down and smiling.
And then turn left.
Oh, okay. I wonder if anybody would notice the number plates. Obviously SH66 and 68 MEE together.
I don't really think so. Like when you see the Ford GT on the road, you're just like, oh, this is taking, it's take up all your, takes up all your attention.
Looking at the GT, not at the plates.
First exit at the roundabout.
It feels good. We were just saying about the clutch fluid service that it should.
Okay, does it make a difference?
Yeah, it feels really smooth.
I wouldn't know.
You've driven it before, but I mean, you're not driving it right now, so you wouldn't know. But...
I've driven it in Spain.
And France, and briefly in the US. No, you've driven it a couple of times in the US, didn't you? Or did you not?
On the Ford GT Ono, so I didn't drive at all.
So on the whole time this was in the US, you never drove it once?
Correct.
How funny. Tell you what though, the slight blind spot problems when you're in a left-hand drive car. So, put it into swap. I think the shift is cleaner. It's crisper. Feels very smooth.
Okay, when are we doing the next road trip in it?
I think it's going to kind of retire now. I know that sounds a bit disappointing, but I feel like we've done so much with this car that I want to just enjoy it looking pretty in the collection, not being at the forefront of everything, having a bit of downtime. I think it makes cars more special if you don't drive them every 5 seconds, if you give it a gap between big outings.
Yeah.
It means when you come back to it, it has that sense of, wow, that's really something. There are a couple of little things I'd like to get fixed beyond even just the PPF, which we were talking about before. And maybe that's, you know, something to do at the next service and then the service after that, and then it's, you know, all back to pristine, basically. That'd be quite nice. It's kind of fun to see the Focus on the road as well, because normally that's daily driver.
Yep.
So normally that's the car we're in and it's on its own, not so much a pair of cars. But there's also going to be, there's a GT101 open day coming up in spring as well. So it'd be fun to line up that the GT500 is there for the service that it needs in a few months. And then maybe we come out with this as well, that kind of thing would be cool. But yeah, it's good to have it back. With a big smile on my face, enjoying driving it again here in England. It's kind of just crazy to think that since the last time we drove it here, it's been across the world and back. Get some pops and banging.
Typical Focus drivers, eh?
Yeah. Tell me about it. Wait for it. Where are we going? We need to get around here. Kind of in the wrong lane. Whoop, whoop. It always works.
It's not the sound of the police.
No, they're doing some massive roadworks here. Look, that's a full new junction being built of some description. Chaos. We are joining the M25.
The UK's biggest car park.
Yes. Maybe one day we should live stream a lap of the M25.
Should we do an entire M25 lap?
I think it's, off the top of my memory, it's like 2 and a bit hours. If you have no traffic, which you rarely have, that would be kind of funny in a weird way.
Yeah,
My worst idea
I don't know.
One slightly fun thing is the mileage here. We're about to go through 17,000. Brad's just snuck through. Why
Taking the
not?
lead.
Taking the lead for a moment. We're going to pull off and get some petrol on the way back. But yeah, 17,000 miles in a 4GT. It's not the highest mileage in the world. I know personally, I think 3 people who have done more. And there was a car with about, there we go, 17,000. And there was a car with about 50k that was actually sold at one point. So yeah, it's not the highest, but it's a whole lot.
It's certainly amongst the highest.
It's definitely up there. You have to be a bit mad to do that many miles in a car like this, because obviously it's going to have some kind of value impact. I decided from day one that this car was a keeper. In the early days, when it was worth probably double what it's worth now, because of how much they exploded at the very beginning, I had to be incredibly careful with it, the finance, insurance, etc. Just people worrying about a 7-figure asset. Now that values have actually softened quite a lot recently, it feels a little bit more like we can just go and drive it, you know?
Yeah, be less
probably
cautious.
I think now it would be categorized differently on insurance. So the big cars in the collection, the Zenvo, the SF90 and this, are in a slightly different insurance setup to the others, but there's not really much between the SLS Black Series and this now.
True.
Values are really similar. Actually, the SLS is maybe slightly less, but it's not a huge amount. Now this is where I have left-hand drive problems. I can't see anything. Are we
Clear.
We are clear. Where are we going? There's a petrol station off the other way. But yeah, 17,000 miles on the GT. Feels pretty special.
Very impressive. Should we throw it a birthday party? 17,000 mile birthday party.
Well, where are we going? Sneak through. When will it be 7 years old? End of this year? I think it's got to wait until it's 10 years old. LT is not far off. In we go! Ford GT back at base. And where am I going to park this? Ford GT's back home.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did enjoy myself. I didn't enjoy the fact that I just drained like half a tank in not very many miles. But that's what happens when you use 3rd and 4th gear in a Ford GT.
It's nice seeing it back here alongside these things.
This side of the garage has been very blurple in recent times.
Yeah, this has been missing. This is what we needed.
It has been missing. Also, obviously the P1's not here right now.
Yes.
That's with Richard. I'm not sure if that's coming back or if we're going to do a switcheroo or something.
No idea.
Who knows?
No idea.
Anyway, do you realise today we have taken 3 of the 4 Fords out?
Yeah, should we take the van out?
Should we take the van?
Just outside to come back in again.
Just for giggles, just so that it's done a run.
This thing, by the way, my opinion has completely changed.
In what way?
Well,
I don't know what it was before, so I don't know if this is
I just
good.
wasn't a big fan of it, like from
Yeah.
not driving, but having driven it, I see why people love these and why.
On the country lanes, right?
Oh, it's just, yeah.
It works.
A really nice amount of power, makes some cool noises.
Where it really works is when it's cold, wet and damp. Because
Sure.
it's full rally mode, right?
Yeah.
4-wheel drive. Boof,
No, I enjoyed
off you
that.
go.
And obviously knowing how rare and how special this one is just kind of makes it even cooler.
Fair play. See,
Yeah.
that's what I think. That's
Yeah.
what I think. Right, so what's
we
going
doing?
where?
We just had the debate off camera of does the Focus go up on the lift or does the Mustang? And like what's
It's
more
basically
likely
down
come
to
out?
what's coming out next.
And
Do you
whether
think
it's
because the
15
Focus has had a good run and it's just had a full tank of fuel put back in it that it should just go up top and be hibernated?
I feel like the next, well, given that you have this as well, which is basically the daily,
Yeah,
this has been retired.
it's kind of hibernating
And
for the year.
if the weather gets nicer, then bringing this out for some things, whether
Yeah,
it's
it's
weekend
true.
fun, is actually probably more likely.
No, I kind of agree. The GT500 needs more runouts. So maybe we pop the Focus up top where it was.
Yeah, just
What we're
reverse
doing
it.
now. I think that's what we're going to go and do. Anyway, GT's home.